Hey, this is Nathan with another guitar video for you today. Today we're going to figure out how to do guitar swells. We're going to use some reverb and some delay and perhaps a little overdrive, but we're going to do these swells using the volume control on your guitar, not a volume pedal. So, hope it makes sense. Let's get started. Okay, what we're going to start by doing is first of all looking at the technique that you need to create a swell. So what I'm going to do simply is with the clean sound, so you're not really going to hear the effect of a swell. This is what you need to do. My advice is, I'm using a Strat, so I'm on the middle pickup for clarity, but with a little bit of thickness. And it is better not to do this with all 5 or 6 strings for chords. It is better to use it with just 2 or 3 strings. Here I'm using the D shape in the key of G, and I'm just moving around with 2 strings, the 3rd and 2nd string. So we start with the volume off. And what I'm going to do is I will strike the notes and then bring the volume up in with the volume control on the guitar. Try that again. You can hear the difference between the instant attack of the strings is gone. Instead you hear the volume gradually grow. The reason you use brighter pickups is because the thickness of a regular pickup sounds too muddy when you swell because you're losing the attack. So let's have a look now at the kind of effects that you need to really make this work. First of all, you need a very wet reverb, a reverb which sounds quite spacious. So here is my dry signal. I'm going to use the Hall of Fame on the Steve Vai tone print, and the volume or amount of reverb coming in is at about 11 o'clock. This is the sound we have now. Large and spacious. I'm now going to add some delay, and for this I am on the vintage setting of the Vox delay. I have quite a slow, nothing precise, but a slow delay. Just put in with tap tempo. The level is at about 2 o'clock and the feedback's at 2 o'clock. And the reason we need that is because we have no attack on the note, but the delay will keep regurgitating the note or the signal that it's getting to make our notes last longer. And the feedback works with the reverb to make sure our swell won't die out before we're ready to bring in another. So this is it. This is the sound that we're getting with the delay activated. Okay, now the last thing that I'm going to do is add a little bit of overdrive, and I'm using the Bad Monkey for this just to push the guitar a little harder, and it'll work with the feedback on the delay and the reverb to create a bit more sustain. It'll also give it a bit more presence when it's faded in. So that is the sound that we're getting at the minute. Okay, let's combine these pedals now with our technique for fading in with the volume control. The control is now off, not getting any sound, and I'm going to just go back to using 2 notes, and we're going to fade in. So notice what happened there is I tried to vibrate the string, my finger came off just enough for the note to vibrate, and then a horrible sound happened. It is better to leave your fingers in place without trying to create vibration for sustain on the note. That is what you're using the pedals to do. So try not to add vibration. The other thing is, before you strike another note, you need to turn the volume off again. Now that'll not cut off what you're hearing straight away. That's what the feedback or delay length and the reverb and the gain pedal are increasing, so as you can turn the volume off again. So I'll try this really slowly and I'll talk through what I'm doing as I'm playing it. So volume is off. I'm going to play my first two notes and quickly bring in the volume. As soon as I'm at the peak, I turn it off. I hit my next two notes and bring up the volume. As soon as it's up full, it goes off. Next two notes, bring up the volume. When it's at full, flick it off. And then so it continues. And that is the easiest way to create volume swells on a guitar without actually using a volume pedal. Thank you very much for listening. I hope you enjoyed it. Stay tuned for another video up soon.